In this week's lesson, we're going to install Git. You may be saying to yourself, wait, didn't we install Git last week? Nope, we installed GitHub. GitHub is the repository where our shared files are stored. Git is the software that we use to communicate with GitHub. GitHub has a command line interface tool that you can use to access Git commands, but we aren't going to be using it. Why? Because in my opinion, it's best to learn to use Git from the command line. That way, if your company is using a repository system that is different from GitHub, such as Bitbucket or GitLab, you'll be able to communicate with it using Git right away. We'll start out with learning how to install Git on Windows, and then we'll learn how to install it on the Mac. To see if you have Git installed already, go to your command line and type git -- version. If you get a response like this, Git is not recognized as an internal or external command. That means that you do not yet have Git installed. If you get a version number in response, that means you do have Git installed and you are all ready to go. So let's assume that you do not have Git installed. Let's see what to do next. We're going to go to the browser and we're going to go to this address, git-scm.com/download/win, W-I-N. Then we're going to click the click here to download link. And we'll see the download start in the upper right corner. When that's finished, you can click Open File. And then you'll be taken to the setup window. So click Next. And now you can accept most of the defaults here, so just keep clicking Next. One thing I changed was I chose Use Windows Default Console window. Then click Install. Then when the installation is complete, you can click Finish. So now we'll go back to the command window and we will type git -- version, but it still doesn't say we have Git. That's okay. All we have to do is close the command window and reopen it and type in git -- version again, and then we will see that Git has been installed. Now let's take a look at the Mac. The great thing about Mac is that all newer versions of Mac come with Git already installed. You can check to see if Git is already installed by going to the command line and then typing git -- version. If you get a version number in response, then you already have Git installed and you are all set. But let's imagine that you might be using an older Mac and that Git is not installed. Here is an easy way to install Git. We're going to go to this website, sourceforge.net/projects/git-osx-installer. And then just click the download button. Tells us that our download is going to start shortly. Then we can see the download happening here in the lower left corner. And when it's all done, we can double click on it. Then we can double click again. Now we're going to get this message. Now, don't give up when you see this message. It says it can't be opened because it's from an unidentified developer. That's okay. There's an easy way to fix this. So we're just going to click OK. And now we're going to open up our system settings. And we're going to go to Privacy and Security. And we're going to scroll down until we see a message about that file. Here it is. So it says it was blocked from use because it is not from an identified developer. And we're going to click Open anyway. And then we'll type in our password. And then we'll say, yes, we're sure that we want to open it. This is okay. Don't do this with every single application that you find on the web, but this application is okay. So click open, and now you'll be guided through the necessary steps. Click install. Need your password again. Okay, and now it's installed. And it asks if you want to move the installer to the trash, and that's a good idea because that helps clean things up. So now if you go back to your terminal and you type git -- version, you will hopefully see now that you have a git version number. It will probably be an earlier version than this. If you don't see that version, if you still see that it's not recognized, try doing this. Try quitting the terminal and then opening it up again and then typing git version. Sometimes you have to close and open the terminal in order to see your changes. Thanks for watching this video. If you found my training helpful, please like this video and share it with others. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single lesson.